makes me really sad what Toby's doing, but it is for the greater good. He's basically cutting all of the hay, and he's going to scalp this area and take off all the topsoil, and this will hopefully become our new sort of green hay meadow. So we will spend the money and invest in some good wildflower seed mix, and hopefully get this area behind me, which Toby is in the process of preparing, get that producing some good seeds, some good wildflowers and some good seed mix, and then we can cut that and move that to other prepared areas on the site and use that seed bank elsewhere. So that's the theory. As ever, Toby's better at cracking eggs to make an omelette than I am. I'm devastated at the mess that's being created, but there we go, that's what he's doing now. Today, Toby is going to be making a wildflower meadow. He's going to be digging up all of the hay meadow up here, taking all the topsoil off, moving all the subsoil, doing something or other, fluffing it up. I don't know, I'm really not very good at explaining this. We have these bunds which run around the house from when they dug out behind the house, dug out all that material. Because the land used to go right up to the back wall of the house and cause a lot of damp. They kind of basically just dumped all this material in various places around the land, and they make you feel like you're in even more of a hole than we already are. So he's going to pull these across and spread that material out, and then he's going to put the subsoil back on and then fluff it all up and plant some wildflowers. He's got the next 2 or 3 days of digging and dumping. Unfortunately, it's not the best weather for it. It's been very wet. It's not ideal when you're on sort of loamy clay, but it is what it is. We've had this time booked off for ages. The job's got to get done, otherwise it won't happen this year, and then that means ultimately it won't happen for next season. It kind of does need to happen. You've got to crack a few eggs to make an omelette. So the bund is going, the mound, sort of digging ourselves out of the hole, as it were, quite literally. All of this material, all the way along here, all the way along there, and then up and around the back, is all from when they dug out this area at the back here. The hope is that this isn't a necessary flood defence. We don't think so because of the levels. A bit late now. The garden and the meadow will become as one. All happening. The fir trees are finally gone. Woohoo! These bad boys over here, which I've hated. Sorry, I don't mean to be like treeist, but they were shit. So the fir trees have gone. So these big like dark things that were over there. So now we can just see up and over. We've reduced the height of the bank back here. So we're still in a hole, but we're sort of chipping away at the hole, digging ourselves out of the hole, as I like to say. And then this like little drop off on the path, it's a bit sketchy with the ride-on mower trying to get around, and also just bit of a drunken hazard, to be fair. I'm gonna fill that in so that it feels like the path is kind of merging into this side garden, because this side garden, it doesn't look on camera kind of how it is, but basically it just is quite disconnected from the rest of the garden. So I'm going to infill this and sort of grade it so there's like a nice flaring of the path out into this space. And then now that this is all opened up, hopefully the soil will start to improve over there and we can get more herbaceous borders in. And then that bank we're going to plant up with like oxeye daisies and primroses and just kind of continue the wildflower theme from the meadow above. It's all really good stuff. This is the last of the mound to finally go. Obviously it's a bit of a mess at the moment, but Toby will come along and tidy this all up so you can see what he's done over there. He's made it all look all nice and tidy. It's kind of quite nice because we're sort of putting the land, doing a few bits of housekeeping, getting everything ready for the winter months, and hopefully this land will have some time before the really cold, before the growing season ends, just to recover, get some wildflowers in. So all of this will become a beautiful wildflower meadow, hopefully. And then not long, we're going to be getting the cattle back in here, and I think we're going to have some babies, which will be really cute. They're very sweet. I've been introducing myself to them. Work has had to cease for a little bit. We're very, very close, as you can see, to finishing, and all the major stuff is done. But Toby just wanted to do this last little bit in front of the cabin, and then the digger started to overheat and the fan belt is slipping, so he's had to cease work on that for the time being until we can get some advice on how just to retension the fan belt, or whether it needs more involved work. At least we're getting some good drying weather, because this has literally just turned to, like, when it got wet, particularly that bit down there, it's proper muddy. So yeah, it's good everything's just drying out a bit. Another day raking, rotavating and picking the stones out of the field, and we're going to be here a while because there's a lot to do. We were supposed to be going away on a holiday last week. It's now the weekend and we're supposed to be going tomorrow, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen at the moment. So the sacrifices that you make to do something for the land, making a wildflower meadow, doesn't come cheap. It's been a quite expensive process and physically very tiring. Toby's worked his absolute socks off. I do what I can in amongst running the household, so yeah. I'm channeling my inner sprinkler